Have you ever considered how time, as we understand it, controls our lives? It's a construct, an ever-present tyrant dictating our every move. Our perception of time is shaped by the ideas society values most: love, intelligence, reason. These notions, often deemed virtuous, are the very fabric that weaves our understanding of time. They control our actions, our decisions, and consequently the rhythm of our lives. Our institutions, particularly education, further reinforce this perception. Colleges, lectures, courses, they all operate under the ticking clock, ingraining in us a sense of time that is linear, structured, and unyielding. This perspective of time holds us captive, like Penelope faithfully waiting for Odysseus. We are bound by the hands of the clock, waiting, always waiting for the next moment, the next hour, the next day. But what if the material world is not a prison, but divine itself? Imagine a world where the human body and the physical realm are perceived not as mundane, but as sacred. This perspective, as radical as it may sound, offers a profound shift in our understanding of time. No longer is time the tyrant, the relentless taskmaster, but instead it becomes a divine flow that we are privileged to experience. This perspective invites us to view every moment as a divine occurrence, every experience as a sacred event, and every interaction as a divine connection. Our bodies, often dismissed as mere vessels, become divine entities, integral parts of this universal dance. The material world is no longer a place of confinement, but an area of divine exploration. Time, then, is not an executioner, but a classroom of divine learning. The point is eminently Beckettian. In Beckett's perspective, the concept of time takes on a whole new dimension. He suggests a unique twist, language imitating reality by being real itself. This idea is a radical departure from the conventional portrayal of time as a tyrant, a dictator imposing its relentless rule. In Beckett's view, time becomes a language, a tangible expression of reality. It's not an abstract concept, not a remote entity or a ruthless ruler. Instead, it's an integral part of our existence, as real and as palpable as the words we utter, the thoughts we think. This point of view challenges us to consider time not as something external that we're subjected to, but as an intrinsic part of our existence, a reality that we live and breathe. This redefinition of time opens up a whole new perspective. If time is a language, then it is a language that is real itself. Yet, the experience of time is often awful: the shaking, the vomiting, the nausea, the tension. Our perception of time is not simply a mental construct, but a physical ordeal. It is an unending roller coaster, filled with peaks of joy and valleys of despair. Time, in its relentless march forward, often drags us through uncomfortable and even painful moments. Think about it. The endless ticking of the clock during a sleepless night, the agonizing wait for a loved one's recovery, the slow crawl of minutes on a stressful workday. These are the moments when time transforms into a tyrant, ruling our lives with an iron fist. Yet it's through these struggles, these awful experiences, that we come to truly understand time. It's not just a measurement or a tool, but a living, breathing entity. It shapes us, molds us, and leaves its mark on us. Time, then, is not just an abstract concept, but a physical experience. What if we could reclaim time not as a tyrant, but as a divine flow? Imagine for a moment, if you will, a shift in perspective. Picture a world where time is not an oppressive dictator, dictating our every move, but rather a divine flow, a river that carries us gently along its course. To reappropriate our understanding of time is to transform it from a harsh taskmaster into a benevolent guide. It is to see each passing second not as a relentless march towards the end, but as a precious gift, a moment of life to be savoured and cherished. Consider the impact such a shift could have on our lives, on our society. Instead of rushing to meet deadlines, we could find joy in the journey. Instead of fearing the ticking clock, we could find peace in the rhythm of the universe. Time, then, is not a tyrant to be feared, but a divine flow to be embraced.